Only Mind the Basketball Podcast, NBA Finals Edition. I'm Evan.
I'm Ja.
And this is our back podcast special where we recap, break down, and analyze players and teams in the finals from the previous games from the previous days. And Ja, game 4 is in the books and the series is tied. And why is the series tied, Ja?
I don't know. There's this man born in 1988, born in Ohio. Well, Shaq says he's the light-skinned person, but he's the black of this person, but that person was already black himself anyways. But
Could be him.
Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, him. I'm the black Steph Curry. Stephen Curry's black.
What are you talking about right now?
I don't know. Nah, I was trying to back him.
Stephen Curry, listen. You want to talk about he's not him, or the meme that's saying he's him. Stephen Curry is him. He put the team on his back because Draymond Green forgot how to play basketball, and Klay Thompson is struggling to shoot, even though he had an okay game in Game 4. Stephen Curry saw that they needed to win this game because he knew if they were going to go down 3-1, they were not going to win this series. And he said, okay, I'm a two-time MVP. I mean, I'm one of the greatest players to ever play this game. So let me show them. And that's what he did. He showed them. That was one of the best finals performances I've ever witnessed, I've ever seen. Add that to the legacies of all the great final performances. Put that up there with Bron and Jordan and Magic and Bird and AI. That's going up there. The way he willed this team, because without him, this is a blowout. Yeah. You got Draymond Green talking more than he's playing. Jordan Poole, he's young. I mean, he had a good first half. Young, but he's not. This is new to him. Second best player on this team is Andrew Wiggins. Who respect to Andrew Wiggins because he came to ball out in Game 4. Yeah. He was their best rebounder.
Yep.
And credit to the Golden State Warriors because, credit Steve Kerr one. He knew Draymond Green was not playing well. He knew he was getting bullied by Robert Williams. He knew he was not shooting the ball well. He was 1 for 7. He had 2 points. And he knew that he was a liability. So this was risky. But this is the NBA Finals, and when you want a championship, you got to take risks. So he took one of his most trusted players, one of his best players, an all-star, an all-defensive team, a defensive player of the year, and a future Hall of Famer, and he sat him on the bench in closing moments. Most coaches will not do that.
Yeah.
And that's respect, and it was the right decision.
Mm-hmm.
So he deserves a lot of credit for that. But I'll let you go before I make my extra point.
Oh, no question. Golden State, again, this will be a blowout, but Golden State stuck in there mainly because of, again, that guy right behind you. And, you know what I mean? And that's the reason why the game was so close. And eventually, obviously, it took others having to do some stepping up, and it wasn't the other stars that you expected. Again, Andrew Wiggins, who is all-star, so we give him that. But yeah,
yes, he is.
Yeah, but Andrew Wiggins stepping up, looking like he was. I saw a meme saying that he looked like Dennis Rodman on the boards. Jordan Poole hitting some good time shots. Gary he played some really good defense at certain moments that helped out too with the run. But Stephen Curry was just on a different demigod level tier in terms of scoring the basketball in order for this team to win. And my thing is also with the Boston Celtics, they just not playing him as aggressive as I thought they would. I feel like they're not playing. Don't get me wrong, they still doing a good job trying to contain him, but they're not playing at the physical level as what you saw what they did to KD in round 1, or what they did to Giannis in round 2, or what they even did to Jimmy Butler still had big time scoring performances, but what they did to Jimmy Butler in round 3, they're not doing that to Stephen Curry. I see them doing a different kind of structure.
Let me add on to that point. I feel like, that when they did the screen and roll, and you see Al Horford sagging off, everybody sagging off, like not coming up to contest the 3-point shot. What is you doing? Have you not read scouting report? And then they have the screen and rolls, and you have big man on him. Oh, please. Poor Robert Williams. Even though Al Horford stopped him for that one possession, so you have to be more aggressive with it. You can't have big guys on him. I would rather double team him, and I feel like when they tried to be more aggressive with him, which is really in that fourth, it was too late. He was already got it going. He's already hot, and now he's just killing y'all. From that first half and that third quarter, especially that third quarter when he had 14, you got to step up. Stop sagging on the screen. That's how he was killing him, and he got fouled like two plays. I mean, debatably, and he didn't
also,
call it.
Yeah, and also here's my thing. Also, it's just like, you know what I mean. Like, what I was gonna say, it's like I'd rather, like, I understand he's deadly from almost like everywhere on the court because of his shot making ability, but I'd rather you let him get a 2 always at all times than a 3. And that's what
they tried, and then he got 2s.
But yeah, I look at, again, what they always say: 2s is more than 3s, right? I mean, 2s is less than 3s, right?
Yes.
Like,
yes.
You know what I mean? So it's just like, like, all right, yes, he's still going to score because, again, he's Stephen Curry. He's going to find some way, right? But at the same time, he's the greatest shooter of all time. He has the greatest range out of any player in NBA history. It's unarguable. And you're still going to give him that much space at the 3, like as if it should be a 4-point play. Like, come on now. You got to get him inside the 3-point line, and whatever happens from there, happens from there. And I felt like, just like what you said, they did that, but they did that at the wrong moment.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and another thing I want to give credit for Golden State. So in Game 3, they got severely out-rebounded. It was not happening in Game 4. They got on the boards, they crashed, they hustled, they just showed effort. Rebounding, what everybody say, rebounding is about effort.
Mm-hmm.
And in this game, I felt like they showed more effort on the boards. Definitely credit to Andrew Wiggins, like you said, it was saying is Dennis Rodman. I mean, he was big time on the boards. Offensive rebounds as well. I mean, he's getting a lot of offensive rebounds, got some putbacks, so, and when you're having more effort, and now you're actually trying to crash the boards, that helps your team so much. It limits the possessions of your opponent, and it heightens your possessions.
Exactly.
That's why a lot of time when you win the rebounding game, you win the game. Game 3, Celtics won the rebounds. Game 4, Warriors won. They won the rebounds.
Yeah, and it's not just rebounding; it's also turnovers, taking care of the ball. If you do not rebound well and you keep turning over the ball, you're not going to win the game. It's a guaranteed from that point. One, yeah, it may give you a little bit of a chance of when a little bit of a lesser chance of winning the game. But if you're or like if you do one or the other, it may give you a chance of not winning the game. But if both is happening at the same time, like you're not taking care of the ball and you're not rebounding well, yeah, you're going to lose the game. It's a guaranteed at that point.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but as for Boston, let me ask you, what was the problem? How did Boston lose this game? Why did they lose this game? You already mentioned them not playing aggressive on Curry for the majority of the game, but anything else?
Well, I think the reason to why is right across from you, like right behind you, and what he has done to the game.
That's Steph Curry, by the way, if you can't see me.
Yeah, and I'm talking about the team he's on, what they have done for the game. They try to follow a golden philosophy and try to go for the live and die by the 3, like most teams has been doing in recent memory, and it didn't go well. It really didn't go well. Don't get me wrong. Since they got good looks, they had no choice but to take them. But my thing is, good Lord, you're not Golden State. You're not Stephen Curry. You're not Klay Thompson. I've been saying this ever since teams started doing this. You're not any of those guys. You're not that team. You're not that organization. Stop trying to feel like a 3 is always going to help you. You do not have the greatest shooters on your team. And Boston kept chucking up 3s, and they wasn't going in. Again, they had no choice because they had opens, and it was good shots, but it wasn't going in. At that point, when they're not going in, again, shooters got that shooting mentality, which they got to continue to shoot, right? But then you got to go a different game plan, and which is trying to find a way to get to continue to keep passing the ball until you get inside the paint and get to the rim for a bucket. Because yes, Golden State has some good interior defense, surprisingly.
In this game, yeah.
in this game, yes. But there was times where you could have had easy layups at the basket if you want just made the right decision at times too. And I felt like that's where Boston they forgot that strategy. They forgot to push it up in transition to try to get a bucket inside. They kept going for the three, and I did not like that.
One of the things that, now that you mentioned it, one of the things that I remember from the game in which Jaylen Brown, the 3-point happiness, they was just trying to shoot threes, and Jaylen Brown shot a three, missed, and then on the other end, Klay Thompson got a shot three and made it. Like you're not Golden State. You got to play true to your game. But it's also just credit to Golden State's defense. Once again, saw it in game 2. Now we see it again. There's a reason why they're the second best defensive team.
Yeah.
So I mean, they're a great defensive team, and they were really proving it. They're really proving it now. And Tatum's kind of been, he's had like good quarters, but he's been a little inefficient and inconsistent.
Yeah, and you saw it. Like he had the good game 2, but outside of that, game 1 he struggled. Game 3 he had 26, but he had to earn that 26. And in this game, it's just like
he had a good first quarter. He had 12 in the first, but finished with 23.
Yeah, and you know what I mean. And I think that's kind of like a common occurrence that I've kind of seen from him in the postseason. Because you remember, even in the bubble, he had those moments in which he would have big time moments in the beginning, and then he will slow down.
Definitely saw in the Miami series.
Yep, and that's what I'm starting to see. Like exactly. So that's what I'm seeing like somewhat of a recurrence like that again. And again, the reason why I say that also is because it's like the tables have kind of flipped of how these things happen. Because again, how the Boston Celtics has played suffocating defense in the past series against star players is basically like Golden State is playing suffocating defense on Tatum. They're playing suffocating defense, trying to make sure they get him uncomfortable. Because don't get me wrong, he's a skilled and polished player, but they're putting him in situations in which he feels uncomfortable. Like, and again, this is the finals. He never been to the finals before. Could have in the past before, but of course that's a story for another time. But he's never been in the finals before at the end of the day. While this team is really known for being in the finals almost like every year since 2015. And like, they're used to it. They understand how to do it on both ends. And they know how to try their best. Let me not say they do it successfully, but try their best to neutralize important players, key players, such as a star player. You know what I mean? And I think that's what they're doing to Tatum. And Tatum hasn't getting that rhythm, but he better get it together now because it's a 2-2 series. If it was 3-1, I'll give him a little bit, just a little bit. But it's 2-2, and you're going back to Oracle. So I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah, Tatum, we're gonna need some more production from you. We're gonna need to be efficient and consistent, because otherwise Celtics might lose the series. And with the incredible performance of Stephen Curry's 43 points in Game 4 and 10 rebounds, the Warriors do tie the series up in a must-win game in Boston, and now they go back home, go to Golden State for Game 5, pivotal point of this series. People say most teams that win Game 5 win the series. So, Ja, Game 5, Monday, 9:00. Who do you have?
Oracle Arena.
Chase Center, by the way.
Yeah, Chase Center. It's over. It's over. You had an opportunity to go up 3-1. And don't get me wrong, people have come on from 3-1 leads, but again, this is Golden State. I'd rather you have.
Yeah. Huh? Only one team has in the finals came back from a 3-1 lead.
And Golden State know them pretty well too. But yeah, but again, even if they was down 3-1, they're a team that could legit probably come back from it too. But yeah, 3-1 leads are usually like, don't get me wrong, but it's tied 2-2. And it's Golden State, and they're going back home, and nobody knows their home floor better than Golden State. So, sorry, Tatum. Sorry, Beantown Bates. I'm sorry, you baited. It's over.
Yep, I have to agree. I got Golden State. I mean, I got them in 6, so you can tell what my predictions for the next 2 games.
Oh yeah, you know, and even if you know what's gonna happen in Game 6, you know what's gonna happen in Game 6. So they probably don't got. They better win because they don't got no chance at that point if they lose.
I was talking to Cherno, a recurring guest on this podcast, and I asked him, so basically Boston has to win Game 5. He was like, yes. I said, but if Boston, even if they win Game 5, you're saying there will be a Game 7. Said, yes, because of that man that you're talking about, because of Game 6.
I don't know what it is. He loves the number 6. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's because he like Jordan growing up or something like that, and Jordan just like has 6 championships, 6-0, like you know, like I don't know what it is, but it's like he salivates when he hears the number or the words or sees the word 6. Like that, like you know. So I'm sorry. It's up for you, Boston. It's up for you guys.
Yeah, Boston. It's not looking too good. It's not looking too good. I mean, but I say that, but series is tied 2-2. You beaten Golden State in Golden State.
No,
Gave them
bro.
their first and only loss.
No, bro. There's no chance. It's over.
It's possible. The Celtics do have a chance.
No, it's not.
Hey.
Why did you make me watch this finals, bro? Like
you're loving it. You're loving it. You're
like,
you love Steph.
Like,
you love Steph Curry's performance.
I already knew what was going to happen before it started.
You didn't know Curry's going to drop 43 in a must-win game, and that they was close to losing that
game.
Bro,
the nigga was hurt, and I told you he was going to be fine.
I think other guys step up though. I don't think Curry can do it all by himself consistently for them to win this series.
And if he does, you already know what I said earlier.
What about what?
You already know what I said earlier. You would be really free.
Game 6?
Well, not Game 6. Like you know, if he
please don't. That's a disgusting take for this podcast. Please don't. Please,
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Just leave it there. We just leave it there. All right. Right. We got predictions. You know, we got both of us Golden State in Game 5. Should be a good game. Game 5 or Arena Chase Center in Golden State on Monday. So for now, thank you guys for watching today's podcast. Make sure to tune into our Tuesday's podcast where we review Game 5 of the NBA Finals. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, comment, support channel, give us feedback, all that stuff.
And tune into our social medias like our TikTok and Instagram.
Of course, he's saying deuces to the Boston Celtics, but we'll see what happens. And of course, once again, I'm Evan.
I'm not saying deuces. This is a different reason why.
Yeah, okay. I'm Evan.
I'm Ja.
And this is the Mind of Basketball podcast.
Hint 2. This is 2.
NBA Finals edition?
NBA Finals edition. Just a number 2 hint.
Goodbye, man.